I started off as a secretary back in '86, and when I started, they was using typewriters. You kind of suffer the burnout because it get monotonous. You can only type so many letters. In 2010, I lost my mom, and I would just be at home cooking. My daughter would come in and go, "Ma, who's coming over today?" I was like, "Nobody." Why? She goes, "Why is all this food here?" It was like a coping mechanism for me. Then she said, "You know, you really should go back to school and do this. Just call up some schools and see."
I was the board administrator for the Pharmacy Commission, and it's licensing pharmacists. I would always say, when I retire from state government, I'm gonna open a restaurant. But when you have a family, you tend to think of salary, but I wasn't happy, and they were starting to see that. I kept seeing these commercials for culinary school. Kept seeing them, and then I would go home, turn on the television, the commercials were on, and I was like, okay, I think this is a sign.
There's a difference between a job and a career. See, I was working all those years in corporate. I didn't want to do that anymore, and I found that my love for people was greater than the computer. I was no longer surfing the purpose. People would come to my house and eat, "Ooh, have them, ooh, that tastes good, oh my God," you know. Food makes people happy. Based on my grades, Lincoln invited me to do the Italian cuisine program, and that's where I met Delinda.
When we were in Italy, Edna and I were roommates in school, and she talked about honoring her mother with her first venture, which she wanted to do catering. I thought, how awesome. We grew up in a home where my mother had a lot of African artifacts and African art. We call this place Stella's and Mazie's because in the Bible it talks about honoring your mother and your father. And so that's what it is. We're honoring our mothers. We're honoring their foods, and we're honoring our commitment to them to show them what we've done.
As far as naming it after my mom, she didn't get a chance to see me do what I love, so I wanted to dedicate calling it Mazie's to my mom.
You meet a family here. You don't meet disconnected employees. It's home, and our menu's different every day, and it reflects us and our energy. And the names go together. I don't care what anybody says. Stella's and Mazie's goes together.
It's nothing I did. It's only God that allowed us to do this thing. I'm grateful, just grateful.